Welcome to Swish, vintage finds for your sassy self. We hope you enjoy the videos and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks. Hi everyone, welcome to Swish. Natasha and I decided that we were going to dismantle our fabulous hat room. So we moved into this shop 2 years ago, right in 2020, September. And this September is marking our 2nd year here, which I just find baffling that it's been 2 years already. We have this devoted room for hats, and we thought it was really great and charming and wonderful. And also I wanted to not have a big storage space, because storage space in my mind, or the way that my personality works, is it's kind of a dumping ground, or sort of a place where things go to be forgotten. However, as things have progressed with the shop, excuse me, we do need some storage space. Anyway, so we have a lot of people that come and visit our hat room, and they will spend time in there and taking pictures of themselves and trying on hats. But hats are not a really big seller for us. Partially it's because of the size. I'm sure you've heard us all make jokes about how big my head is. My head is gigantic, and most of the hats don't fit my head. So that seems to be a problem with lots of people. Proportionally, people's bodies have completely changed, and the older the hat, the smaller it's going to be. So if you have a hat like a cloche or a beautiful 1920s hat, 1930s hats, they're going to be pretty tiny because people were tinier. Then as you get each decade, we get progressively larger, and then the hats that we seem to have the most success with are ones from the 80s, where people start to get bigger and the hats themselves are bigger. Anyways, so we are dismantling the hat room, and we are going to have all the hats here along this wall, on this wood wall. The other thing that's a little bit complicated in this shop is that a lot of these walls are concrete. So when you're drilling into concrete, you need a special drill. And 2 years ago, I had to use it's not a Hilti drill, but it's a drill for drilling into concrete, and it really is hard on my shoulder. So we're just drilling into this wood slat board, and then we're going to do all the hats by color block. So they will start out, all in the black, and then go into the grays and the browns, and you'll see when you come in the store an absolutely fabulous collection of hats. And then we're going to be able to use our hat room for storage. Storage inventory. We're going to be launching a big Etsy site. We do have a website currently, but we're not getting the sort of traffic that we would like to see. And so we've been neglecting it, or I've been neglecting it quite a bit. Whereas with Etsy, if you Google, 50s party skirt, you're going to get tons of hits, and they already have a very strong established viewership. So we'll have Poshmark, we'll have Etsy, and yeah. So I'm going to hang a hook. You can see the process. I'm just eyeballing it. I haven't really done some hardcore measuring, but Natasha and I are kind of standing back. This is one of the biggest hats we have. We don't normally
put it on your head.
This hat actually, I think, fits me. This is a men's large, and we don't normally carry men's hats, but because of this, you know what, I'm embarrassed because I think this doesn't fit me, even though it's a men's large. It's
only
a Texas
one way to
Star.
find out.
All right.
Yeah,
there we go.
that
How's that? Yeehaw! Here I am with a hat on that fits me. We had a fellow in last week from Australia, and him and I have the same size head, and he was, a big man. It was quite funny. So this we're just using sort of as a measuring stick to see how much space we need. And then we're going to stagger them. This is actually one of my favorite hats. Look at how beautiful this is. So this would have been late 50s. It has this Cruella vibe to it. It's really sculptural, but I'm gonna show you and then you can all laugh. Yeah, see?
But
There. They did wear them quite
Yes.
high on the head like that.
I was saying to someone yesterday that we are, we're keen to push the hat down as far as possible, whereas
They were not.
they didn't always, yeah.
Yeah, this one actually fits the back of my head, and they would have worn these quite high. This is that style, you know, this is,
So 2 hats fit you.
wow, crazy. So when I mentioned earlier about 80s, this one is a bit more of an 80s.
That's like, Pretty Woman.
Yeah, this is sort of a Pretty Woman derby kind of,
Yes.
yeah, 80s. So this would have been, yeah, it's too small. But, you know,
It's
kind of,
pretty.
it would have been worn like this. I did have a black hat in the 80s that was really big, and I had a low-cut black dress that I wore to a
Ooh.
Christmas function. Anyways, that would have been kind of like that. And I think Natasha's going to take you on a tour, or should we walk along and Natasha can film?
Well, I think that we shouldn't walk along because my arms are getting sore.
So yeah, we'll show you some more of the hat room at the back without walking along.
Here is our hat room that we are dismantling, as Angela said. Hello. And we're going to make a little bit better use of this space, but I'm going to show you some of my favorite hats, and I think I'll try them on for you because I have a little bit better luck fitting hats than Angela. So this one is maybe my absolute favorite in the shop, and it looks like a little wasp nest. This one definitely needs a new party. This one here is by Lilliput. It's a more contemporary style, but it looks like a 1920s cloche. So that means it fits a wider variety of heads because it's made for a contemporary sized head, but it has that 1920s look, which is really fabulous. Another favorite, as my hair is getting all messy, is this summery. This is an Elizabeth Ford. It's got a really beautiful label there. Perfect for summer, and just on the back like so. Oh, you know what? This one is also really fabulous. This is made in Italy. It does say junior on it, so it is a little bit smaller, and I don't think it actually fits my head. Well, I guess, you know what, it kind of does. It gives a little bit of a Madeline kind of look to it. Not quite this season for this, but this is rabbit fur, and it has this really great olive colored bow on the back. And again, this one would just be worn on the back, and you'd have probably like a matching coat to go with this one. I could just sit here all day and try on hats for you, but I think you'll get bored. I think you get the gist that we have a lot of really beautiful hats. This one has mink trim on it, and just look at the construction of that. That's really spectacular. So, oh, I found one more I want to show. And then we'll get back to Angela putting up our new display. This is so beautiful. On the inside, the label just says styled by Minette. But look at that construction. It's pretty spectacular. I think this one probably needs a hat pin. Okay, so there's my little try on of my hats, and now you got to see what our hat room looked like, and this will be the last day that it looks like this. So stay tuned for, maybe we'll do, actually I don't think we're gonna do a little preview of this room. Anyways, back to Angela hanging all of the hats.